Today on your next 100, I'm going to teach you how to lower your handicap. If you're looking to get your scores down, if you're looking to improve this year, and so far we're a long way into the season and the handicap's only gone in the wrong direction, then we'll talk about a few points today of how we can get your scores down. And guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you want to hit that subscribe button, we're quickly closing down on 50,000 and hopefully we'll be beyond that before the end of the year. Guys, if you're a regular viewer of the channel, welcome back. So we are on the second hole here at Lindrick Golf Club, and I'm going to put on to the side of the screen here the exact view I've got. So you will see on Golf Gamebook, you can see it is a dog leg to the left. If I take this marker or the cursor and we go towards that bunker, you can see it's 265 yards to get past that. So if I've got this club out right here, I'm potentially bringing in that bunker shot into play. So if I'm bringing that bunker into play, I'm going to have 130 yards out of a bunker, which we all know nobody behind the screen enjoys that shot. I know certainly I don't, and it might be a shot where I've got to just get it out, pitch on, and I'm already potentially losing shots. So you can see for me, I'm going to use this app. You might be using your rangefinder, you might have a watch, but with this we can see that if I bring that back 236 yards just short of that bunker, we're going to be able to then just have 150 yards into this green. So, is it the driver? I don't think so. So driver's going to go away and my 4-iron, my 301 CB is going to come out here, because you can see, again on screen, I'm going to hit that around about 220 yards with a good strike. So straight away there, that's not going to bring that trouble into play. Because yes, you might be saying, well, I can't hit my driver 260 yards. No, but if you're playing from the tees further forwards, if you're playing from the whites, if you're playing from the yellows, you hit your driver 220 yards, 230 yards, then you are bringing that bunker into play. And then if we get past that bunker, we're bringing the rough potentially into play. And this is where using a watch, using your rangefinder, using an app just like this from Golf Gamebook is going to allow us to plan our way around a little bit more, because a lot of people lose shots because they've not really thought about it. And straight away there, a nice low penetrating ball flight straight at that bunker, but straight into the fairway, and that's exactly what we want. I'm in the fairway, I've got a shot into that green, and straight away there we're potentially saving you shots, we're potentially getting your handicap down just by doing something extremely simple. And guys, you will have seen across this series over the last couple of years, myself and James Robinson have played some of the best golf courses and affordable golf courses up and down the country using affordable golf clubs with Tacoma and affordable golf balls with seed. But you might be saving money, you might be going to play these places, but you're not playing any better. And it's because of reasons just like this. So course management, planning your way round to make it as easy as possible. And just because there's a par 4 on the sign doesn't always mean, right, it's time to just get the driver out and hit it as far as I can, because potentially that might be putting you into trouble. Golf courses, obviously, and golf course designers have made most golf courses where whatever tee box you play off, the trouble is going to be in the way. So you need to think about that when you go and play next. Have you just been hitting driver for all these years because that's what everybody else does, and is that a hole that you very rarely get a par on? Because changing your club off the tee might make it a little bit easier for you to get on the green and get those scores down. If we want to get your handicap down, we want you to enjoy your golf that little bit more. That's what we're trying to do on this channel. So you will see up here, perfectly placed just short of that bunker, and we've got a great line into the flag. So relatively friendly flag here. So if you have a rangefinder, you know you're going to stand here and obviously you're going to get your number, but we are going to get Golf Gamebook out. So if we look at our GPS, we can see we can move the flag to where it is, so it's middle on the right hand side. So that from here is playing 155 yards. You can see we can move this up, but we also want to see potentially how far is it to carry the bunker. So 140 to carry the front edge of that bunker. So if I don't catch it great and I pull it a little bit left, am I still going to be able to get over? That is the big question. Let's say the pin was on the left, that's a number that I would definitely be looking at, whether you've got a rangefinder or you're using an app just like this. So I'm going to go with my 8-iron here, and we'll give that a go. So 8 iron here, I know that this will get there pretty comfortably, so I'm going to go just left of the flag, because I've also seen on that map, which I'll put back on screen, is it's surrounded by bunkers. If I miss this just a little bit to the right, potentially I'm short-sided in a bunker, and I know the green falls away from me. So come in here, hit this shot. So started left of the flag, and that is just on the edge of the green, just took a jump up there. We've got a long putt, but it's an uphill putt, so we're in a good position, we're not in trouble, and that's thanks to being a little bit smarter with the course management. So just on the edge of the green now, this is another part that you need to be aware of. So we're outside 33 feet here, and why I say 33 as a very random number, that is where PGA Tour players are expected more to 3-putt than they are 2-putt. So don't beat yourself up from here. Again, this is a hole where you will get a shot more than likely. And we've had maintenance week, but you can still see how well these greens are rolling. So making sure that you give yourself a chance, you're uphill. We've made easy work of that, but if that was a 3-putt, although we all like to blame the putter and putting, it would have been the second shot that just came up a little bit short, so a little bit of breeze has picked up, that came up short, but a nice easy 4 there with not having to hit driver. Now, par 3, third hole here at Lindrick, and you'll see on screen, playing to the centre, 152 from here. If I slightly move that flag, where I believe it is, I think we've got 150, so 149, gone to 150. Let's see how far it is to carry the trouble. 140 to carry that front bunker. Obviously left bunkers are right in line with it. And for me, one big thing I'm going to get you to try and do here is start to play middle or towards the back of the green. So I'm going to play this as 170 yards, because what I see from the majority of golfers is they come up short. I would say 90% of golfers are short, not long. On a hole like this, you are better, a little bit into the breeze today, playing a longer number, because the trouble is at the front of the green. At the back of the green, it's relatively flat, it's a little bit of rough, but that's going to be a much easier shot for the majority of people than if you get plugged in that bunker. And straight away here, think, so I've got 150 yards to the flag. That would normally be that 8 iron that I've hit on the last. The wind's up, so somebody might go, okay, you'll go to your 7. I'm going to go up 2 clubs here, because I want this to be past the hole and definitely give myself a chance of making sure I'm on the green and I'm not short. Because how many people get to the par 3s, or at the end of your round when you had your score up, you've had a couple of doubles on the par 3s out of nowhere. They're only 150 yards, but you've quickly made a double, a triple, and it's killed your round. In with my 6 iron now, I'm going 2 clubs up, so it's not just a case of I'm going to go 1 club up. But we're not going to change anything here, so I'm going to still make my standard golf swing. So one of the big things that we see when people start playing in the breeze into weather is that they start to guide it. Okay, I'll go to my 6 iron, but I'll swing a little bit smoother. If you swing it smoother, obviously it's going to go shorter. So we know then you've gone up 2 clubs, you've swung it smoother, and you've ended up straight into that bunker anyway. So standard swing on this. Good setup, ball position stays the same, I just commit to that shot. And you can see there, came out a little bit lower, fading a little bit to the right, but well onto that green. So just past pin high on the right hand side, and we've now got another chance of a putt. So 2 clubs more than I would normally take, but I don't care what club I take as long as it does exactly that, and it gets me on the green. So again, you can see past pin high there, landed just here, stopped pretty quickly even though I went 2 clubs up. So if I'd have gone that 7 iron, I'd have been very close to getting over those bunkers. So this is where really have to think about it. Right, can I go up 2 clubs? Because playing that back number, you can see there isn't much trouble back here, and it'd be a much easier chip shot than if I was in one of those bunkers. So think about that at your hole. It doesn't just have to be par 3s, this can be any hole. When you're even playing not in the breeze, think about a longer number, because how many times people, even when it's dead calm conditions, still come up short because you're thinking of your total number, maybe not how far your clubs actually carry. Greens rolling, fantastic for the day after maintenance week. So that is some course management, guys. That is how you can get your handicap down, by just thinking your way around a little bit better. If you've got a rangefinder, if you've got an app like Golf Gamebook, you can start to plot your way around, see where the trouble is, and really start to understand, yes, I need to know how far my clubs carry, not how far they go total, because that could put you in a lot of problems. That's probably why your handicap hasn't come down this season. If you're enjoying the content, guys, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you tomorrow with Mid Handicap Dave.